Right, just a fast recap on what I did here. I went back at this again, and this is what I wound up doing. I cut this part out because now with this little strap on here I can lift the battery out for recharging. So this is the little guy, the monitor, because when you're charging these batteries, that's a warner. You'll hear that, you won't miss that when your battery is running low, because you don't want to run them out or too low. That's just a warning. It has green LEDs and red LEDs. They're green at the minute, even though I haven't charged that thing, but then it wasn't used as such. So we connect on here. This is where the original battery was. I have that here, that'll go over the left shoulder. These are the connections I was talking about. They're pretty handy to have a shot of them around the place. Wires fit down there nicely, and it's back like an ordinary battery. A pretty strong battery. And that's what I wound up with, and it does work. Now, as I say, I had to open it again, and I got reverse working. There's in reverse, there's in forward, so something that was dumped in the skip. It's pretty alright. It's a handy trick. I had a bit of timber there a while ago. Right, this isn't the bit I had is after walking. The lads are working next door, and nothing is sacred around here. But we'll just give it a try. Ah, good man. Got it as crooked as could be. Well, it's gone into a knot, and it'll drive it home. I haven't tried to see if it'll take it out, but I presume it will. Yep. Well, you normally wouldn't be driving a screw through a knot in wood if you could. That's a pretty long screw, so. Oh, geez, it'll drive it well home. Oh, I've got a fun trying to get that out. Jeez, that was no problem. Let's try it from the side. I won't go near the knot again. Yeah, she sent it home. So that's it. That's as simple as it works. That is the pack that was in it day one, and you can see by looking at it, and actually see corrosion down here as well. Now you can rebuild these. It's a bit tricky. Well, it's simply just get a bit of paper, mark out your batteries and their orientation. The only tricky part is that spot welding, but you can use a TIG turned up to the last and a fast pop. I've done it before. Now they are 1.2 amp. You will get over 3.5, you get 3000 milliamps. In that size. A bit of work and put them together. This is a lot easier. It was just, I don't know, did somebody say they had done it, or were thinking of it, or had the idea? See, I put this back together, and when I did, I had my forward and reverse working, which I didn't have the last day. Is there a screw missing there? No, there isn't. It's just not tightened. Because I was left with two screws inside my jar, and she works great without them, forward and reverse. So I reckon the two screws were the cause of the trouble. At least that's my story. We'll stick with that. So again, that's the type of charger I use. They're normally kind of 18-20 volt. That one, that one is 11 to 18 volt DC input. This is where the two main leads onto the battery go, and where I stuck this little guy on. Like I said, these are very handy plugs, but very few people have them, but you can get them. I'll just take this guy out, but that will go into one of them, whichever one it fits in. We'll figure that out. And these two leads then, like I said, this will come out from it. It's just a case of lifting it up with that little thing. It's a little bit fiddly and it's a little bit tight on the tight side, but it does come in and out of there, and you can charge the battery out separate. But I always charge it in here. Like, I've never had any problem with them. But if you look online, and you know, guys flying drones and stuff, they have all sorts of stories about the battery going on fire. Like, I've never had a mishap like that with them. None. But a lot is the operator. You don't know what they're doing. Like, they'll blame the battery. It's the same way when they crashed the fucking car. There was always some fucking thing. The dog ran across the road, and Jesus, he changed his mind and he came back the other way, like. You know, it had nothing to do with the operator, of course, and I'd say in a lot of these cases, it's the operator. I've been fiddling with them for years. I've had no issues with them. I have some of them that are, they must be 5-6 years old at least. Kind of the original of the species. And they're still to the good. Now, I did lose one or two, all right. But I would blame myself for that, for running the battery down too low. I'm pretty convinced that's the thing. That's why normally once the beeper goes boop, out. So that is that trick. And I'm going to leave it at that now. I have to go do another job that's ticking me off to no end. It's this famous new DRO I got. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. And the Chinaman is no bloody help. He keeps sending me these links to videos online, and I keep telling him that is not the problem. It's not the measuring, because if I plug, basically what's happening is two of them are not registering on the screen. And if I plug them into the one that's working, they're reading. He keeps telling me, no, open the ends and sort it out. It's not that. Then he's sending me, no, he is in contact, like, they're not messing around in that line. But I'm just going to get a screwdriver at it and open it up, and I get her out the window. So that's that trick. It's a cheap trick. They're a cheap battery. I'd say overall investment, if you were starting from scratch, if you didn't have a charger, didn't have a power supply, get one of those batteries. Now, I was amazed now how 14 volt drove that. It's not bad, like. No, you're not going to drive 2,000 deck screws in a day with it, like. You got to pay money for that kind of shit. But for generally around a workshop or anything, it's dead on. And then, I mean, I have another one there as well. They came out of a skip. Because people, they buy the cheap one, and when the battery goes, that's it. And like 9 times out of 10, I'll need to rebuild the battery. But that's, like I say, it takes time to do one of those. You wouldn't do that now in a half an hour or anything like it. You could have a quick run at it, but I'll tell you something now. No. So that's for the skip. I'll get a bit of wire off it or something. Do you know something? Really worth it. Right, Carlini, I better go do that other job. I'm not looking forward to that, but it has to be done.